I'm 25 years old. Graduated from Towson University, Communications minor in Marketing from Prince George's County, Bowie, Maryland.
Do you feel that Black people are held back or not accepted by their own people if they do something that Black people don't generally do?
Yeah, of course. I mean, anything you do that's not pro-Black. Like for instance, one of my friends, when Freddie Gray had been killed, and everyone's down there protesting, like, yo, you going down there? I was like, nah, I'm not going down there. I don't see the purpose of going down there and polluting the stores and rioting. He was like, damn, you're not Black. I guess, like, just because you don't want to participate in the marches and all that stuff, I don't think that doesn't make you any less Black, but apparently it does. I understand the importance of it, but there's certain methods that you can do things without going down there and without going down there and protesting and polluting things to get your point across. So it's certain things that people just be like, oh, you're not Black. I listen to country music sometimes. I mean, granted, I'm light skinned, so I mean that's always a thing. You're light skinned, you got white in you, so you going to do some white things, but white things. So I don't know. I mean, I guess that's if you don't do everything that's Black and kind of degrade yourself as a person all the time and listen to degrading music to our Black people, then you're not Black, apparently.
With that being said, what can make a Black person lose their Black card?
I think the Black card is a whole negative thing in itself. There shouldn't be a such thing as a Black card, but I mean, I guess because we have to identify ourselves with something since we were stripped of all our identities from the past, it makes sense to give us some type of Black card. But yeah, I mean, stuff, it's funny to me, like people are like, oh, you lost your Black card when you don't do certain things. I mean, that's Black in our community, you lose your Black card. I wear flip-flops with no socks. I've been told I've lost my Black card because of that. I mean, it happens, I guess. It happens. Yes. If that answers your question.
Do you feel that people confuse speaking proper and being educated with being white?
Yes, unfortunately we do. If you talk any kind of way that doesn't have any kind of slang, they try to identify you a certain way, like you don't have any type of culture, which you don't have anything. But slang originally came from hoods, people that didn't know how to speak properly in the first place. So if you don't speak a certain way or have certain slang, it means you probably aren't from that area. So you were from an area with higher revenue coming in, a white area most likely, and you don't have that certain kind of slang. So they do automatically, label you as, oh, you came from there, you're not Black, you don't speak a certain lingo, this isn't who you are. But speaking lingo kind of gives you a certain kind of, people can identify you quicker of who you are, where you come from. It's like Baltimore, when Baltimore niggas say certain shit, they say "chew," and they be like "you're" and all that two-step shit, which is cool, I've been in Baltimore for a little while, but like, yeah, I mean, everybody identifies people from different things, different ways. So I guess it's just an identity thing.
Does not feeling accepted as a Black man have an impact on you as an individual or on individuals?
I mean, everyone to a certain extent, and I don't care what nobody says, people care what other people think about them, no matter what. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't post certain stuff on Instagram, they wouldn't, carry themselves a certain way. People care what people think. It's just to a certain extent of what people care, or what type of audience that does care. For instance, I would care if my mother or a girlfriend or somebody close to me cared about something versus somebody that I didn't even know. You get what I'm saying? So it does hurt in a sense that your own people that you have to ultimately collab with in certain situations don't accept you. I think that's kind of crazy, but that's just how it is to a certain extent.
Black women held accountable enough for their actions?
I love Black women. I just want to point that out. I love Black women, but some things that you all do, there's no accountability for it, because I feel like now Black women can do no wrong. If they do something, it's because of this. If they want to do this, it's because of this. And there's no responsibility. There's nothing like, well, we need to start doing this because we need to say this. No, it's like, oh, well, I'm a black woman and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just, there's no accountability for it. And it kind of blows me, to be honest, but I'm not going to say too much. But yeah, but.
Do you feel like the accountability is a lack on just women or a lack on both men and women?
I mean, everything goes hand in hand, you know. Accountability always falls, to me, it should have fallen on yourself. Is what you decided to portray yourself as, is what you decided to take accountability for. God is the ultimate judge. So, yeah, I mean, it falls on both, to answer your question. It falls on both.
So do black women let culture sway their decision making versus going against the grain?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like celebrities have a large place in that. It's like if Beyonce cuts her hair bald and short, and like this is the new black woman thing, majority of every black woman is gonna cut their hair and say, I'm part of the beehive and I'm part of the movement. It's like the culture determines a lot. Like celebrities have a huge role in everything we're doing. I mean, if you don't know what's right from wrong and you have a certain person that you look up to every day and see on TV every day preaching the stuff that you agree with but don't know nobody in person that is like that, you're going to gravitate to that celebrity. So the culture is set from the hierarchies of us. Like, just like everyone in this room has some type of brand on that they saw somebody they thought looked cool wear. If you didn't, you wouldn't have it on. So it all starts from the hierarchies on down, and I feel like the hierarchy sometimes don't take full responsibility for what they have. It's a certain responsibility you have when you are popping to a certain extent, and somebody like Cardi B, I'm not gonna speak down on Cardi B, but I'm saying like once you get to a certain point, you have certain eyes looking at you. It's not like you can turn on the radio and anywhere and not hear certain things. You know, like you have certain followers that message you, have certain people. I'm not saying you have to change who you are, but you can filter it to a certain extent to not hit a certain person a certain way and be. Yeah. It's just ways that you can do it without hurting the community that is essentially supporting you the most. You know, black people support Cardi B the most. So if you're teaching our black young queens certain things and certain things are acceptable, just like Nicki Minaj, it's like you're hurting us more than you're helping us to a certain extent. I mean, that's just my take. Don't quote me.
Do black men struggle with their ego?
Of course black men struggle with their ego. Like, as soon as you walk in a room of black dudes, it's already like, you already feel like a size up. You know, when you step into like a party and you see a bunch of black dudes, they already looking at you, looking at your shoes, looking at, you know what I'm saying, the way you carry yourself, what you're saying, just to see if they had to fight you, if they had to beat you in something, they could. It's automatic. Like, it's not even something that you think about, but it's the way we were raised. Like most black men, you know, your dad raised you extra hard. If it wasn't your dad, your mom raised you extra tough. You got to be extra this, extra that, extra that. So you automatically grow up with some, you know, with your chest out and some type of ego that comes with what you're doing. So of course we're gonna have, I feel like, a little bit more ego than someone of a different race. It's just how we were supposedly grown up. I mean, supposedly raised. This is how it is.
With all the sexual assault allegations going on, as a black man, what is your take on that?
Sexual assault allegations. To be honest, I don't really know much about them, but we can talk about women in social media. But it's crazy how you know, as soon as you attack a woman on showing herself or saying it's wrong to show your body, or, you know, this, that, and the third, it's like, how dare you do this? How dare you slut shame? How dare you tell us how we can dress, how we can act? But as soon as your daughter does it, or there's a 13-year-old showing more of her, you know, breast or showing her body to get more likes or something on Instagram, then it's a problem. And then it's like, whoa, where have we went wrong? But you all are setting a culture right now that's crazier than any culture. Like, I knew on Facebook in high school when Facebook was popping, Facebook was the only thing out. If you were like showing yourself, everyone would be like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, they would label you as like a hoe trying to get attention or this and a third. But now it's like, it's just acceptable. And a couple people started breaking the barrier out, showing skin. Now it's like, I can see you right now, beautiful black woman that you are. Beautiful black woman that you are. And then, without me even knowing you, I'm pretty sure you have a bathing suit picture on Instagram. Pretty sure. If you don't, it's okay, because I could probably find it on your friends. So I can already know what your body looks like without me even knowing you for who you are. That's crazy to me. Like, there should be no reason that I should be able to already picture you naked, because I've seen most of your body already from Instagram. And it's like, if you don't post certain things, you don't get as many likes. Everyone likes likes. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody posts a picture to get no likes. Come on, seriously. So if you get more likes from showing your booty on a pic versus not showing your booty, you gonna show some booty. If you get more likes from showing some breast, you know, and so using certain filters, you're gonna do it. So whatever was most popping gets the most love. You know, the squeaky wheel gets the most oil. So if that's what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, to get yourself up there, and that's what's popping, everyone's gonna start doing it. And it started with the celebrities. When the celebrities did it, started showing all their bodies and stuff all over, everywhere. It was like, oh, she's doing it, she's getting all this attention. What makes her different from me? Then they started doing it. Then there was a trend. Then it was to the point where it's just perfectly acceptable. So there was gonna be a point like, what's next? Are girls just gonna start being naked? Completely? Like, where do you draw the line? Because it's gonna get worse. It's not gonna get any better. It's already past the line. Like, the line has been crossed. You can't even see the line, how far we are now. So it's kind of like, what's next? Like, honestly, I just scrolled past my timeline. I saw a butt naked girl on my timeline. It's like, who you follow, whatever. I follow photographers, it's cool. But it was like, you can see her old shit. And it's kind of like, where is the line going to be drawn, yo? Like, if my daughter come out doing that, I'm going to be so upset. And it's not like I can tell her, baby, like, this is like terrible what you're doing, I can try to explain to her and try to instill her as much as possible, but the social media is gonna do what social media does. So if you are doing that and your daughter or your son comes out doing certain things like that too, it's the men too. You know you come out the gym oiled up, you know what you're doing by posting that picture. Like, come on, son, like we can see the gains through the muscle shirt. You don't gotta show everything, you know. So I just want to address the men too, because